was in the army and your mom dropped out of college. You're working at a hotel, living at your dead aunt's house. You got a 4-year party and a whole lot of useless knowledge. You're one bad day away from emptying your bank account. Money's tight, but you're always at the bar. Those are UFOs, not shooting stars. You're a real nice guy and everyone seems to like you. You're not bad looking and people always say you're smart. There ain't much about life left to excite you. You got a new beer belly, gray hairs, and a broken heart. You hold your breath every time you start your car. You get upset every time you can't see a mark. He's got guns and dry goods to see him through. But you can't think of a message that's worth sending to the little green men who are looking after you. You hear a little voice outside the bar telling you to stay right where you are. Patrick Ward and the Loveable Losers. This next song is about being 15 and starting a band with all your friends. When we started this band, the three of us were friends, and now we can barely stand to be around each other. The song's called Post-Hardcore Will Never Die. What do you say we start a post-hardcore band? I got the practice space in the basement. You play the guitar and I'll be the leading man. We can write our songs over summer vacation. I got some lyrics written in a notebook, and I got a cousin who just bought a drum set. We can open for our favorite bands and make everyone realize post-hardcore will never die. We got 3 songs, let's put out an EP. See about getting the Masonic Temple show. Write our name in Sharpie on the CD. Save one We were gonna open for some bands that we both loved. We got into a fight on the side of the road. We got there, our faces were covered in blood. And the band had left, and everyone had gone home. And I threatened to smash your head into the sidewalk. And we haven't spoken since, and I still have that black eye. Post-hardcore will never die. Post-hardcore will never die. Post-hardcore will never die. Post-hardcore will never die.
How's the sound out there? Is anything should be adjusted? Trevor's giving me the thumbs up. I trust him. Trevor, I trust you with my life.
Trevor was the first fan that I ever had. 4 years ago, he was the only person that listened to my music.
Now here we have at least 30 people that listen to
If
your
I had had
music
this show,
now. Only because they're forced to.
if I had had this show 4 years ago, it would have just been Trevor here. This song's called I Can't Wait to Be Alone, which is how the three of us feel when we spend more than 10 minutes with each other.
That's apparently the running bit of the evening. I'm not sure if I like it. It's the rocker. If you want to move your booties, this is the one to do it.
We're very excited to be playing in an old Shriners building. We thought about putting on little fezzes and driving out on stage in those little carts, but
we couldn't afford the carts.
thought that might be
it wasn't in the budget.
thought that might be a little disrespectful. This song is about having too much of a good time. It's called Weird Night. Fell asleep in a blind man's arms. It was a weird night. Woke up next to a mastiff dog. It was a weird night. There were cigarettes and the birthday cake. Two men came and took Joey away. Now we're sitting at a diner at 5 a.m. hoping that he's alright. It was a weird night. It was a weird night. You had 2 less teeth and 2 new tats. It was a weird night. Guy with a red hat, guy with a blue hat got into a fist fight. Tom took a trip out to outer space, and then he tried to rip all the skin from his face. If we hadn't have tied his wrists up, he might have scratched away his eyesight. It was a weird night. It was a weird night. Spent the night in the laundry mat with our clothes all wet with rain, wondering why each night turns out the same. We could really use some Chinese food, or really any food at all. I gotta get my shit together. I gotta get my shit together. Well, the night that you left and you didn't come back, it was a weird night. Bathroom mirror was full of cracks, and I stared into it all night, wondering where you had gone and what it was that I'd done wrong. Well, I guess you meant it when you said that you were done with this life. It was a weird night. It was a weird night. It was a weird night. So much. Jesus. So many Bud Lights. As you can see, we really coordinated our outfits. This is the nicest shirt I own. This is like what I wear at a family wedding. It's the outfit I have on right now.
I call that the Bellows Falls tuxedo.
I am. I'm from Bellows Falls. This song's called Another Town. There's always a Green Street and a Church Street.
We're on Green Street right now.
There's always an old Episcopal church. There's always an Elks Lodge and a Moose Lodge and a Masonic temple, and people who believe the worst. There's always an old bar and a new bar. You don't fit in either place. It's just another town. It's just another town. It's just another little town. There's always some other little town right across the bridge. And everyone who lives there sucks. So we meet up with them outside the movies on Friday night. And we beat each other up. Maybe someday we'll realize that they're a lot like us, but probably not, 'cause they're from another town. They're from another town. They're from another little town, and like us, they lay awake sometimes at night. They lay awake and they dream about getting out. Moving to another town. Moving to another town. Moving to another little town. So this next song is about the greatest rapper who ever lived. Last time I saw him, he was bagging groceries at the Shaw's in Springfield, Vermont. The song's called "The Fall and Rise of Platypus." Doing 5 beats a day for 3 summers, working at Shaw's. You and your friends made a crew, the dope mummers, and you broke a few laws. Woke up in a hospital bed with a bad pain in your jaw. You got personal with your first record, called it The Devil's Maw. You took acid, read a lot of science fiction, went on a lot of long walks. A third of your crew was sent away to prison, and the others started smoking rock. You got sober, started meditating, did the best just to clear your head. Didn't fight a single bar the year they found Joey dead, and there's no telling what's around the bend. Time is your worst enemy, and time's your only friend. Perpetually broken, perpetually on the mend. Platypus will rise again. Platypus will rise again. You were discovered on MySpace. The next thing you know, you're in Boston signing some kid's hat in the parking lot after a show. Met a girl who could spit comes around the bend. Time is your worst enemy, and time's your only friend. Perpetually broken, perpetually on the mend. Platypus will rise again. Platypus will rise again. Platypus will rise again. Thank you so much. Give it up for Johnny Gifford on the bass. Johnny. And Nate Goyette on the drums and the keys. These two fellows are going to take a little break. I'm going to play 3 on my own, and then we're going to get them back up here. So give them another round of applause as they exit the stage. So, I wrote this song about Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon was a loser, I'd say. I don't know if he was a lovable loser, but he was a loser and he had a lot of chutzpah. But he was definitely a loser, and even when he won, he lost. And that's what this song is about. It's called Oh Nixon.
The screen went dark, so I turned it back on and on.
Everybody just like tapping.
Oh Nixon,
I just turned it off and then back
I'm a lot like you. Bitter and resentful, no matter how well I do. Oh Nixon, is it ever enough? Can we ever just appreciate it? Can we ever just lighten up? Jackie tried to warn you there's no peace in the presidency. You end up with your head blown off or resigning on TV. Oh Nixon, you never did fit in with the Franklins of your day, or the Yale boys at the CIA. Oh Nixon, you were too low class. You had to do their dirty work. You always had to kiss their ass. You could win it in a landslide, and it still feels like a defeat. And it all tastes so bitter. Things that look so sweet. Oh Nixon, standing by the Citgo sign, flying the double V's. Oh Nixon, will there ever be peace? Oh Nixon, oh Nixon. Thank you so much. This next song is a sequel to Weird Night. It's kind of a sequel. It revolves around the same abandoned auto garage as that Weird Night does. It's called New Year's Eve. The TV's broken and there's no internet. The only clock's on the stove and it's not accurate. We poached a Christmas tree from the woods nearby. Now it's dried up and brown in the yard. We smoke menthol lights like it's some kind of sacrament in an illegal apartment in an abandoned garage that we've all been calling our house. It's New Year's Eve in the dirty South. There are some parties, but no one invited us. We're all another year older, and that kind of frightens us. Steal a bottle of wine and the butt can from Cumbies, get drunk and look up at the stars. And sing real loud like it'll all be alright for us. You say this year will be different, but I don't believe a word that comes out of your mouth. It's New Year's Eve in the dirty South. It's New Year's Eve in the dirty South. It's fun when you're young, but it's gotta end. Sucks to be lonely, it's good to have friends. But the lines get crossed and the police catch up, no matter how fast you can run. It's time for the detox, time to make amends. For now the clock tower is striking midnight, and we know what life is about. It's New Year's Eve in the dirty South. It's New Year's Eve in the dirty South. Thank you. I've got some t-shirts for sale over in that dark back room. T-shirts were designed by me and my lovely wife, and there's a picture of like a cartoon version of me on there, and then there's a picture of a snowman, and a grouchy looking snowman. Many of you know that his name is Rusty. And the original Rusty design, he had a cigarette in his mouth, but my wife made him quit smoking. So, but he's Rusty, and he's kind of like my version of Mickey Mouse. So if there's ever like a Dylan Patrick Ward theme park, there'd be like a big Rusty the Snowman walking around. This is his song. It's called Rusty the Snowman. Rusty the snowman was made out of slush in a yard by the side of the road. An old Newport light butt hung from his mouth. Rocks were his eyes and his nose. And the kids found a hat in the dumpster out back of the pharmacy on their way home. Put it on his head, and the snowman, he said, life's a bitch, and we all die alone. Rusty the snowman smoked and he drank and liked to watch court shows all day. Said life is sick, just an old dirty trick that only a cruel God would play. And he thought it'd be nice just to be some ice, puddle or an old gray cloud. And he dreamt of the day when he'd melt away and sink like rain into the ground. Christmas and New Year's had both gone by. So at Valentine's Day, one little girl came to say her goodbyes with a sad little look on her face. She said, Rusty, I know that you're a prick, but even so, I wish there was a way you could stay. So to please her, he moved into the freezer, and that's where he lives to this day. Rusty the snowman, Rusty the snowman,
Rusty the snowman.
Rusty the snowman.
Oh, Rusty the snowman.
All right, Nate, get back up here. So yeah, this is an album release show. We just put out an album. It came out at midnight last night, midnight this morning. It's called The Porch Collapses, and about 95% of the things played on there is the three of us, although our man Neil, is Neil here? Neil's not here. Our man Neil played some cymbal rolls at one point. You'll find him.
Shout out Neil Tupper.
I thought he was just Neil. I didn't think he had a last name.
You didn't put a last name for him there. That's fine. Everyone knows Neil. Everyone knows him. He doesn't need a name.
So Johnny back here, he produced, mixed, mastered, and recorded the album. He's a real trooper. Nate let us use his house for practice and for recording. And Johnny got a little help from the recording with the ever-elusive Evan Parks, who's also not in the building, and from Nick, who's over there by the bar. How do you pronounce Nick's last name?
Polidor.
Nick Polidor, ladies and gentlemen.
Although before they came over on the boat, it was Nick Polidoro.
Fucking Ellis Island.
It was actually the migrants' choices to change their names. Recently learned that.
All right, so this song is a song about young love. It's called No King but Stephen King. Stephen King. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere unless it's with you. No God but the metal gods. I feel like such a fraud. I don't want to be anyone except for whoever I am to you. Maybe can you dig your man? He's a righteous man. Your man. He's a righteous man. No love but the love we share. And I could love you anywhere. On a gas station bench smoking a cigarette with a cup of coffee to share. If it went down like it did in the stand, we could walk through the rubble hand in hand. Backpacks full of paperbacks, hearts full of plans. Your man. He's a righteous man. Baby, can you dig your man? He's a righteous man. No king but Stephen King. I don't believe in anything. I don't believe in anyone except for me and you. No God but the goddamn ache that a hungry stomach makes. But I don't want to eat anything unless I can share it with you. Baby, can you dig your man? He's a righteous man. Baby, can you dig your man? So we had a couple of songs that were going to be on the album. We had to take them off. They didn't make it.
One of them sounded too much like Hootie and the Blowfish.
No, they both sounded too much like Hootie and the Blowfish. That was the problem. No matter what we did, we couldn't un-Hootie them, so they're gone. But we replaced them with this next song, which is called "When I Get to New Hampshire." ...
Was it ... That wasn't on the album. It's neither here nor there. ... The band meeting later.
Band meeting.
Died a little more every time I saw a Jeep pull in. Only way I knew to survive was to keep it in. If I had a wrecking ball, I would tear this old house down. If I had some gasoline, I'd burn Atlanta straight to the ground. You said this all would be different after his heart attack. He was gonna be a brand new man. Well, how many times did I heard that? If I had a nickel for every time that he let me down, I wouldn't have to spend my last dime just to get out of town. What do you know about freedom? Slamming the door. I don't know what's next, but I know I ain't his anymore. Cross the Mason-Dixon, hitting every green light. Gonna tell my mama she was right when I get to New Hampshire tonight. All right, give it up one more time for Jake McKelvey, who opened up the show. He was fantastic. Thanks to the Heart Rose Club for having us.
Thank you, Tara.
Thank you, Tara. One more time for Nate Goya on the bass now.
On the bass.
Johnny Gifford on the drums. We're Dylan Patrick Ward and the Loveable Losers. We'd love it if you listened to our album, available now, The Porch Collapses. This is going to be our last song of the evening, and it is going to be the last one because we don't know any others. We don't know any more. It's called Birds in the Attic. There are birds living in the attic. There are squirrels running through the walls. There are rats chewing through the plastic. There are javelinas grazing where there used to be a mall. And the porch collapses and crushes me inside. I think about the things that once were mine. There's a fist fight in the parking lot over one last scrap of food. You used to love me, I used to love you too. There are nomads combing through the wreckage. There are warlords vying for control. But even the most powerful among them will begin to lose advantage once the sickness takes its hold. And the gods have vacated their thrones, allowed the lower beings to run amok. Wood sprites and satyrs colonize our home as the cars succumb to rust and the porch collapses and crushes me inside as I assure you everything is fine. The clouds are dark as night and the sky's no longer blue. You used to love me, I used to love you too. You used to love me, I used to love you too. You used to love me, I used to love you. you very much.